On the 10th of April, there is to be a rematch between Rachel Ball, Shannon Courtenay. Now, Shannon Courtenay is 6-1, Rachel Ball is 7-1. However, in the interim, Shannon Courtenay has one more fight. We don't know who she will be fighting, but there is one more fight. So when they step into the ring on the 10th of April, both fighters will be 7-1. The only difference I can see in regard to experience with these fighters is that Rachel Ball has fought Katharina Sanders. Shannon Courtenay has never fought a fighter of that height, that quality. So a slight difference in experience. But overall, this is a 50-50 fight. This is as close as you can get. Now, the first fight between these two fighters was action-packed, exciting, high energy. This fight is going to be more action-packed. It's going to be much higher energy. This is going to be brutal. This is the single most important fight for both of these fighters. If Shannon Courtenay loses, it's not the end of her career, but it will be a severe setback. If she loses, she'll lose money in her. She won't be getting the money she'll be hoping to get for future fights. So she'll lose money, she'll lose prestige, and it will then take her another year, 18 months, simply to get back to where she was, so to speak. So she will effectively lose a year. She'll lose money and her career will be set back. It won't finish, but will be set back significantly. Now, Rachel Ball, what happens if she loses? Okay, Rachel Ball said after her last fight that she wanted to be signed by Matchroom. She hasn't been signed. Matchroom have no long-term interest in Rachel Ball. They've no intentions of making a long-term investment with her. With Shannon Courtenay, it's different. They've invested in her. They're backing her over the long term. So what does it mean? It means that if Rachel Ball loses this fight, she's not going to get other Matchroom fights. She's not going to get the money that she would get. She's probably going to have to go back to small hall fights, at least for a couple of fights. She's not going to be seen on Matchroom, so her profile will go down. Her money will go down, her profile will go down, and other fighters, let's say of quality out there, will be less interested in fighting her. If she wins, of course, her profile goes up a bit more. There's more and more people want her, more and more money. So what this means is that for both of these fighters, this is the single most important fight of their career. And for both of these fighters, the consequences of losing are very, very significant. So, excuse me. So what does this mean? This means that both of these fighters are going to they're going to want the win. They're going to want it bad. So in my opinion, this fight will come down in large part to the mental attitude. It's like what they say, fights are won and lost before the fighters get in the ring. Well, this is a classic example of that. Now, Shannon Courtenay is much more skillful than Rachel Ball. There's no question about that. She's a better fighter. Rachel Ball, on the other hand, is faster than Shannon Courtenay, and she's taller. Now, Shannon Courtenay, very good at the knockout, and she has proved in her first fight that she's quite capable of hitting Rachel Ball on the chin. But to do that, she has to literally stand on her toes and stretch. And when you do that, you lose some of the power. So her chances of knocking Rachel Power out, I would say, are relatively small. I can't see that happening. On the other hand, Rachel Ball is fast. She's very tough. She's very aggressive. She has the long reach. So this is a close fight in every respect. They're very different fighters. Shannon is a much better fighter. Rachel Ball is taller and has that long reach. And the fact that she's tall means less easy to knock out. So this really is a close fight. I know I'm repeating myself, but this is a close fight in every respect. So I believe it will come down literally to who wants it most. It will come down to who's got the greater killer instinct. Who will go get into that ring with the absolute intention of stopping their opponent. Now, you have to consider one thing in all of this. If this fight goes the distance, if it goes the full 10 rounds, it will probably be close. And both of these fighters understand that a close decision, it can go either way. If I was Rachel Ball, I wouldn't want a close decision. I wouldn't want points. I'd want to stop Shannon Courtenay. If I was Shannon Courtenay, would I want it to go the full distance on points? Maybe close. Definitely not. So this is a fight that's really, really career-changing for both fighters. It's really important. It's a must-win fight. This is a fight that neither boxer will want to go 10 rounds because you can never tell with the judges. So I think, and I have to make a prediction here, and it's a difficult prediction because, well, my prediction is Rachel Ball to win by stoppage. Now, Rachel Ball has never stopped anyone. She's never had a knockout. She had a knockdown with Shannon, but she said herself that she didn't even know it had happened. It was a reflex action. She literally didn't know what had happened. So, in that sense, Rachel Ball has never had a knockout, a knockdown, proper knockdown. So she's way overdue a knockout. And she's tough, she's fast, she's tough and aggressive. And if she fights well, if she concentrates on the body, if Rachel Ball goes after, if she goes after Shannon Courtenay from the first round, the first bell, if she gets in Shannon Courtenay's face and just hammers and hammers and hammers away at her, I think she could stop her. And I think if she wants to win, she's probably going to have to stop her. So, excuse me. So, normally with a fight like this, with a fighter of the quality of Courtenay and then a fighter with the qualities that Rachel Ball has. Normally with a fight like this, I would say points, because I don't think Shannon Courtenay will be able to get the knockout because of Rachel Ball's height, and Rachel Ball has never had a knockout. So normally I would say points, but as I said, if I was either one of those fighters, I'd go into that fight with the attitude that this is going to stop before the final bell either way. You know, this fight is going to be so vicious that if I don't stop her, she's going to have to stop me. So my prediction: Rachel Ball to win by stoppage. But it's really, really close this fight. It's an incredibly close fight when you look at all the factors. And so I'm going out on a limb. But Rachel Ball is a serious woman and she wants this. And Shannon Courtenay is really serious and she wants this victory. It's career changing for both of them. More so for Rachel Ball, I think. But, you know, if I was going into that ring, I'd want the stoppage. I think I'd give it everything. I'd sweat blood. I'd go in with the mental attitude that I was either going to die in that ring or get that stoppage. So, a stoppage, Rachel Ball to win.